In verse 11, God makes it clear to his people that experiencing situationships in Babylon, that situations don't cancel the plan of God. God still got a plan for your life. God still got plans for your life. I know you messed up. I know you made mistakes. But God still has a plan for your life. Somebody needs to know that. Get folk out your ear that want to keep bringing up all the mistakes you made. Get folk out your ear that want to keep pointing the finger at you. I know I messed up. I smoked the crack. I committed the adultery. I broke in the store. I did it. But you know what? God is still on the throne. Somebody say yeah. Somebody say yeah. Last night, my oldest grandbaby, she overheard my wife call me from the car that they were in last night. We were trailing each other, headed home from pastor's table. And my oldest grandbaby, she overheard my wife call me. And my wife called me to let me know as we were pulling up to the house. She said, Ron, do you want me to take the children around the corner? I see a big box on the porch, and it's some of the toys that we've ordered for Christmas. Do you want me to take them around the corner? So before we get to the house, I told my wife, don't worry about it. I said, what you can do, what they did is they put it in a box. It doesn't say what's in the box, but now when they got out the car, my grandbaby, the oldest one, Bella, she heard the conversation, and so now she jumps out the car. And so we always normally go through the garage, but now she's looking at the porch, trying to see what's on the porch. I told her, go in the garage the way you usually go. We went through the garage and went in the house. Everybody else playing, but Bella, she done overheard a conversation and trying to figure out what's in that big box on the porch. I brought it in the house. On the box, they don't tell you what's in the box. I drug it in. Bella said, Papa, what's in the box? She know when I don't talk, that mean I ain't gonna answer. I ain't had no answer for her because she knew that she was trying to get something out of me. I opened the office door to my wife's office where all the toys at. I got in there. I said, Bella, go stand back there. I got the box and leaned it over and began to pull a toy out the box. She trying to look in the office to see what's in the office. I said, Bella, don't worry about what's in the office. Somebody say yeah. Somebody say yeah. Then I said, now when I took it out the box and put it in the office, Bella, she come to my bedroom. I done locked the door back to the office where all the toys at. She come to the bedroom and said, Papa, what's in Mimi's office? I said, Bella, don't worry about it. I'm going to bed. Now you go get ready for bed. And so now this thing about to tear her up because she realize that there's something on the other side of that door that it doesn't matter what the year look like, that me and Papa done bless them. She can't think, she can't go to sleep, she trying to figure out what's on the other side of that door. Somebody say yeah. Somebody say yeah. Well, verse 11, it says in the scripture, but I know the plans that I have for you. He said, I know the plans that I have for you. You're in a situationship. You don't know how it's going to work out. You don't know which way it's going to go. But you know that in the end, your God is going to work it out. Sometimes it drives you crazy because you don't know the details. But God says in verse 11, for I know the plans that that I have for you, saith the Lord. They are plans for your good and not your disaster. God gonna work this thing out. I know I'm messed up. I'm in a situation that I can't work out. But my God is going to work this thing out for my good. He said, I have plans to give you a future and a hope. Your situation is not your end. Your situation is not a period in the book. God says you got a future in store for you and also a hope. Somebody say yeah. Somebody say yeah. The Hebrew word for hope is takav, which means expectation or a thing longed for. It can also mean a cord or a rope, which comes from the root word to mean to bind or to wait for. In the Bible, to carve is a strong expression of faith as described as a rock that you can rely on. God says, I'm going to give you a hope because I know the plans when you get weary and don't have the answer. It's like a rock. I just know that my God gonna work it out. They laughing, they talking, but I just know you can't shake me, you can't break me. I know too much about him. You can't make me doubt him. God says, I give you a hope. Can I tell you, I don't know the details of your situationship. I don't know the details of how God gonna make it work. But I do know that he knows the plans that he has for me. I do know that he knows the plans that he has for you. And I know that God told me to tell you that your blessing is just on the other side of the door. Somebody say yeah. Go ahead and cry. Go ahead and weep. But let me tell you something. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Your breakthrough is just on the other side of the door. Your healing is just on the other side of that door. Somebody say yeah. And at the right time, God's gonna open that door and declare, Merry Christmas, it's all yours. Enjoy yourself. Say yeah. Say yeah. Say yeah. Anybody in the house in a situation that you don't have all the details, don't worry about it. Still give him praise. Still shout. Still tell him thank you. Still tell him, God, I know you're able. Your blessing is just on the other side